Hey everyone, it's Friday, so it's time for Friday's Fool. And here he is, Connor Estelle. Connor Estelle, he was just on the most recent Jubilee debate, which was Mehdi Hasan versus 20 alt-right Republicans. But really it turned into one educated American citizen versus 20 fascists. He's a fascist, a Nazi, he's a Catholic. Not my words, his. He also believes in an autocracy. You know what? I'm going to let him tell you himself. Here you go.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Mehdi, lovely to meet you.
So I would say that with Trump being anti-Constitution, I don't really care, to be quite frankly.
Okay.
Because in regards, and quite frankly, the fact is, we're defending things in this country that shouldn't be defended. The First Amendment should not defend pornography and making children and women be victimized.
So glad you could take time away from drugging the newest pledge at Alpha Pi Omega to be here. Here's the thing too, in his debate, when men who are talking about free speech, when they go straight, their first mindset goes straight to porn and kids, that's disturbing. You are disturbing. That's not where anyone's brain should immediately go when you're talking about free speech. What?
Making women and children be victimized as a result of that. I think things like blasphemy shouldn't be allowed per the First Amendment.
But then who's to say what is blasphemous, right?
I think that, quite frankly, there are a lot of legal processes that are enabling criminals and bad people to fully enact their will in this country in the name of the Constitution.
Soon after, the mob was rampaging through the halls of the Capitol.
Following the Constitution. So, quite frankly, if Trump is anti-Constitution, good, and I think he should go further.
So, just checking, do you support the Second Amendment?
I do.
Okay, surprise, I was shocked to hear that. I'm saying that Donald Trump is defying the First Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, the 14th Amendment. He's thinking of defying the 12th and 22nd Amendments. You're saying you don't care about the Constitution, but actually you do, because you quite like the Second Amendment. You just don't like the bits that you disagree with. Can I just be clear on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm more than willing to amend it and include
whenever
the
it's in
Second
your
Amendment.
favor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So can Democrats do the same when they're in office?
No, absolutely not. Because
so you don't
it's the
believe in
friend enemy.
democracy?
No, I don't. Absolutely not.
What do you believe in?
Autocracy.
By who?
Honestly, quite frankly, anyone who is in line with Catholic teaching.
Donald Trump is not Catholic.
Of course, he's not. I completely agree, and
so
that's
you
part of
support
the problem.
Trump? You don't support Trump?
No, I don't. I didn't even vote for him. I wrote in like John Pork or someone. I can't even remember.
Why did you vote if you don't believe in democracy and you want autocracy?
Well, because quite frankly, I voted. I kind of voted just to.
I came with this argument, but I'm bored of my own argument. I'm much more interested in this. So
yeah, absolutely.
How do we get to an autocracy?
I think, quite frankly, that if we are able to enact local leaders.
Who is the we, by the way?
I think, quite frankly, these far-right conservatives sitting right around
White
me.
people?
Yeah.
No,
absolutely.
So,
well, actually, I have quite.
Some of the people in this room don't make the cut from what I can see visually.
Have you?
Okay.
I'm for defending the traditional demographics of this country, which is majority white.
Sorry, what's your name?
My name is my name's Connor. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Took a little bit of a doubt there.
Oh well, I use a pseudonym online.
Fair enough.
But fair enough.
How would Connor's America look? What would it look like?
Well, quite frankly, I think we would deport people who shouldn't be here.
No, I didn't ask about deporting. What does the government look like?
What does the government look like?
Yeah.
I would say, quite frankly, it's under a sort of benevolent leader, such as
Where does
Franco.
he come from?
It could be a kind of aristocratic class. Could be someone
who picks the autocrat?
Frankly, the people. I mean, we could hold a vote on it. Kings were
isn't that democracy?
Well, sure. You can have a vote to get to that stage.
And then no more votes afterwards?
Absolutely.
Wow.
100%.
Wow. And if that autocrat kills you and your family, you're fine with that?
Well, I'm not going to be a part of the group that he kills, because that's the whole thing.
How do you know?
Carl Schmitt
Autocrats tend to kill everyone, even their own supporters.
Schmitt makes this point very well in his work. It's the friend-enemy distinction, right?
Carl Schmitt, the Nazi theoretician.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't care.
Are you a fan of the Nazis?
I frankly don't care being called a Nazi at all.
I didn't say that. I didn't actually say that. I said, are you a fan of the Nazis?
Well, they persecuted the church a little bit. I'm not a fan of that. But
what about the persecution of the Jews?
Well, I mean, I certainly don't support anyone's human dignity being assaulted. I'm a Catholic.
But you don't condemn Nazi persecution of the Jews?
I think that there was a little bit of persecution.
So glad you could take time away from your church group to come spread your hate.
You have to rename the show because you're a little bit more than a far-right Republican.
Hey, what can I say?
I think you could say, I'm a fascist.
Yeah, I am.
He looks like he's trying to laugh away the gay. That's that nervous I'm not gay laugh.
Who's clapping? 1, 2, 3.
Absolutely.
I'm just checking who's clapping just to get my set of where everyone
Because
is on this.
in
Because you know
during-
that millions of people are going to be watching you on YouTube and checking out
Yeah,
who the fascists
absolutely.
and the Nazis are.
I'm not ashamed of that whatsoever.
clearly you're not.
During the
Clearly you're not.
During the pre-war period, prior to World War II, it was only those parties that properly enacted the people's will. That's why they won. The conservatives were fat cats. They were aristocrats. They didn't care.
favor of killing people who aren't like you?
Quite frankly, I'm not. If
You mentioned
they-
Franco earlier. Franco killed a lot of innocent people.
Oh, well, he killed communists. He killed people who raped nuns and killed priests.
What about children who he killed and women who he killed?
What are you talking about? He never killed any women or children. He was Catholic,
He only
dude.
killed combatants. Is that what you're
Yeah,
claiming?
he
now?
only killed combatants.
Never killed any innocent people.
The White Terror was only punishing those people who did acts of terrorism. And again, are you supporting like raping innocent women? Nuns, dude. Killing priests? I mean, priests don't brandish guns and kill
You
people.
just refuse to condemn the Nazi Holocaust, my friend. I don't think you're in a position to ask anyone any questions.
I quite frankly don't care what you think about me. If I'm a Nazi
And
and
the
being a
feeling
Nazi
is mutual,
and
so-
being a Nazi means upholding human
it down.
dignity, because I even believe in your dignity. I don't in a
I
state
don't-
that I was
with the
running.
greatest of
I wouldn't
respect,
want to. I wouldn't want to hurt
I
you
don't
or
debate.
anything like that. But
What are we
quite
doing
frankly,
here? I don't debate fascists.
okay. So do you concede then? I mean, why
Do I concede you're a fascist who won't condemn the Nazis?
Yeah.
Yes, I concede that.
Okay, great. So I mean, what are we doing here? Because I mean, you just
don't
seem
know what
offended.
you're doing here,
You
to be
just seem
honest.
offended, to be quite frankly. Like,
I'm offended by people who can't condemn the Nazis. Yes, I am.
okay. Well, I condemn the evils that they did, but I don't really
Against
care
the
about
Jews?
being. Yeah, sure. I don't care about being called a
Yeah,
Nazi.
sure.
Is the whole thing.
I never called you a Nazi.
I care
You
about
called
doing
yourself
the right
a Nazi
thing.
and a fascist and a General Franco
Well,
supporter.
yeah, I am a General Franco supporter. He was awesome. He was so super cool, quite frankly. Because the whole
And
thing.
you don't believe in democracy.
I don't believe in
What
democracy.
are you doing here at a televised debate?
Because,
This is democracy. Not what a debate and disagreement.
Because it is the means to support an end. The reason we have free speech now is because we want to be openly talking about our opinions so we can get the state that we want. But it doesn't mean
This is
upholding
great.
free speech after we win. I mentioned
the only good thing about this fascist moment
the
we're in
whole
is
reason-
that you guys are so open about it.
The
It's
whole
great.
reason
Say
I
the
mentioned
quiet part loud.
the
Keep saying
whole
it.
reason I mentioned Carl Schmitt earlier, and you kind of blew past him, is the friend-enemy distinction.
past him because of the Nazi
even
point.
liberals, when they take power, they want to enact policies and they want to enact protections for their people and their ideas, and they're willing to punish their enemy. And so I'm the same way. I'm like, hey, if you're going to punish me, I'm going to get in power, and I'm going to frankly punish you when you try to leverage power against me. Just that simple.
I'm not sure what you want to say.
Hey, it is what it is.
Now, here is where it gets funny, okay? Because Connor has recently been let go from his job. He says for his political beliefs, which is the world that he wants to live in, right? An autocracy, fascism. He wants blasphemy to be outlawed, but who's to say what's blasphemous? So you're getting exactly the world you want to be in. And now he's also put up a GoFundMe. It's not GoFundMe, it's Go something something. I think it's the GoFundMe for like rednecks, Republicans, like racists, like those people. Here it is. Look at this, okay? And what's wild, the people donating. Of course, they don't use their real names. It's a pseudonym or it's anonymous because they're pussies, because they know they're wrong. And the comments they're leaving are wild. I'm going to read some to you. I'm going to show them to you. They're crazy. They're crazy. They're crazy. All right, let's go.
Okay, so here it is. Give, send, go. Fired for my political beliefs. My name is Connor, and I was recently shown in the latest Jubilee episode. As a result, unfortunately, I was subsequently released from my job. I'm raising money as an emergency fund for other expenses while I look for a new job. Unfortunately, voicing fully legal traditional right-wing political views result in real consequences. This is cancel culture and political discrimination on full display. I just went on the Rift TV where I shared my story of what happened. Then he leaves a link as to where you can watch it. Get effed. I will be guesting on a podcast tomorrow, and he's just grifting, where I'll be reading off the names and donations to say a verbal thank you to all who you gave. First of all, most of these people have donated anonymously or with a fucking pseudonym because they are pussies who know that they're wrong. Tonight, okay, let's see. I also read off the names of a ton of people who already gave on the same show. Thank you to everyone. This incredible outpouring is a huge blessing. Gross. Ugh. Okay, now here, look at this. Here's what this is what's awful. The goal was 15,000, raised over 38,000 right now. Okay, Give, Send, Go, they're gross. This is the right-wing answer to, whatchamacallit, GoFundMe. Okay, now, here's the part this was too much. Recent donations, okay? Of course, it's going to be anonymous giver. Okay, oh, Anne Frank was ugly. We need to stand together. Everyone who gets canceled should be rewarded monetarily until the fear of speaking our minds dies. They are platforming fascism. That's where you cannot speak your mind. Anonymous giver. God bless you. Know that Jesus loves you. Have faith and trust in the Lord. Right. The bell curve. Ugh, the bell curve. The clip was legendary. Balls of steel. I'll be teaching my kids of your bravery when they are old enough to understand. God is with you, and God's children are with you. The only people who are against you are atheists who support the atrocities committed by communists. Never trust a lefty with your kids. They worship abortion. We will outbreed them. Catholic dominance with Catholic babies. He's psychopath. Psychopath. Anonymous giver, right? Oh, here's one who put his name out. Michael McInnes. Michael McInnes. Ooh, we're going to look him up. This could be like a fun little side project. Couldn't it? I mean, these people want fascism. I mean, but they're speaking up. Anonymous giver. Connor Estelle is right where he belongs, on his knees begging for a handout from sinners, blasphemers, and predators who support MAGA and Epstein. He's like a damaged wild animal that cannot function. He's young, so he will have to choose. Spend his life cozying up with creepy Christians who support racism and pedophilia, or will he see the error of his ways? I bet he'll panic and delete this. Okay, there's one. There's one. I bet $5 is the minimum that you can give, I bet, or something like that, because they left $5. I feel like they were trying to donate the least amount so they could leave a fuck you message. Oh my God, the Jews control America and the rest of the West. Keep fighting, Connor. Like, gross. $200? You have $200? Give it to me. At Very Sassy on Venmo. May you, like, just gross, gross, gross. Ugh. Anyway.
Now here's where it gets interesting, because this loon, he posted in January that he had lost his job. You can see it for yourself. And in the interview he did, and on his GoFundMe whatever page, doesn't even say what his last job was. Okay? Did he even have a job other than being Nick Fuentes' fluffer? Now I think if we've learned any lesson from this fool's mistakes, it's that you should stop wishing things upon people you wouldn't want to have happen to you. This is Ceci. This is Friday School. Have a great day.